was just gonna say that you guys are a pretty bad influence
All
for like
right.
youth in society compared to like the Andrew Tates of the world.
Okay.
Uh, for example, how Andrew Tate's not really talking to you guys anymore.
Okay.
Is that all you got?
No, just in general that you guys aren't really practicing like stoicism. If that makes sense. You guys aren't very like chivalrous at all. Like I do see the value that you guys put in the show for sure. All the credit card stuff, all the financial things.
All
But I
right.
think that one thing you guys don't really teach us to kind of be like the gentleman and to treat people with more respect.
What do you mean by that?
Give us a good example.
Like
A good
yeah.
example,
What
bro.
do you mean by that? Because I mean, we did a whole. I don't know if you saw
Oh,
that
like an
episode,
example?
but we talked
Yeah,
about an episode of
like,
how
this isn't
to.
like, I feel like when we teach a youth, like for example, a close friend of yours, like Sneeko, when he had the little interview with the kids went up to him, and they're just saying, "Oh, women suck, woman this, woman that," and of course that's not your guys' fault directly per se. But what I would like to say is that the implications are that you really are kind of affecting the youth in a way where, oh, red pill rage. Like for example, my little brother, he's like 12 years old. He saw some of your content, and I agree with some of your stuff. Maybe he should be above the age of 18 before he watches you guys. But he's like, oh, women suck for this, women suck for that. You know what I mean? And I think maybe just to put a little more respect into it, that they would be able to kind of practice some stoicism and be more gentleman-like. But everything else that you guys do is great. It's literally just the fact that maybe just putting that pretty high, I guess you can say.
We don't market our content to kids.
At all.
It's not our jobs to be parents. It's
At
our
all.
jobs to provide information
Yeah,
out.
I completely agree with you.
So then why are you criticizing and saying that we're not you said that we're bad for society or we're negative.
I would say the only bad thing for society is even for 18-year-old. 18-year-old, as you guys know, can be extremely influenceable as well. 18 between 21.
So what's our
Kids are
issue
kind of,
then? I'm trying to
even
get
ones
like
that don't
you're
have
saying that
politics,
we're not
they look like you
respectful.
guys.
Please explain that. Like what do you mean by that?
I see that you're respectful with your guests, like occasionally, but
What?
maybe just you know how Andrew Tate had this whole rebrand, right? Once he was caught, indicted, and went to prison, all that stuff. Do you remember how he now addresses and talks a particular way? I'm just surprised that you guys haven't done that either. Kind of cut back on the comedy and take the show a little more serious.
Does Andrew Tate have 8 girls
make
on
sense?
every single night and debate them in certain topics that are
No.
politically incorrect, etc.?
No, he doesn't.
Then shut the fuck up. You're comparing apples to oranges. We're not the same. Okay? And then on top of that, you also got to be
I'm not
you got to
saying
be
you guys are the
entertaining.
same.
You got to be entertaining. You also got to debate their points, etc. And I'm very respectful to the women on the panel. We have our debates unless they start being retarded and hurting the quality of the show or being disrespectful or rambunctious the way that they do. You can't compare me
Like saying,
to
for
you can't
example-
compare me to guys that aren't sitting here debating with women 3-4 times a week for 2 to 3 hours per time. It's very easy to maintain composure and be stoic when you're not debating delusional females 3 to 4 times a week, bro.
Okay, I 100% get what you're saying, and I'm coming to you in a respectful way. I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all.
No, but the
What
thing
I'm
is, the
trying to
thing
say
is that no.
saying things like retarded. For
I
example, like
I
what you
understand
just
that,
said.
but if
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
can
make a
just-
claim that we're bad for the culture or whatever it is, then compare apples to apples. Don't compare apples to oranges. We don't make the same type of content.
Okay.
And just so you know, I was talking to Andrew maybe yesterday? So we do talk. Okay? We're on good terms. We're going to Europe, probably going to see him. So I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, and this is another example of guys trying to, try to drive a wedge in between and start some issues and everything else like that. We're not the same. We're two different individuals and we make two different types of content. We agree on 99% of stuff.
I just want.
But we're not the same in how we make our content. Obviously Andrew is very well spoken, articulate. He's able to get his points across, etc. But when he sits there and he does an interview with like a Candace Owens or a Pierce Morgan, etc., that's not the same as debating a bunch of delusional OF dots, bro. You watch my one-on-one interviews. They're the same way. They're pretty well put together and articulate as well when I'm not debating bimbos and trying to make a point. So if you're going to judge our stuff and say, oh, you guys are very negative and bad for the culture, compare our interviews. Compare the same things. Don't compare me debating delusional girls on a panel that are ratchet as where I have to get some semblance of order, right, and deal with the real-time live to sit-down recorded interviews. It's not the same, dude.
Okay. I mean, I definitely agree with that. I have seen your one-on-one videos, and you do seem to be more respectful. I do get what you're saying.
It's easy to do when you're not talking to a bunch of delusional
maybe I'm
hoes.
talking more about your peers like Sneeko and things like that you guys are all together in a way. But, I mean, that's my fault for not bringing that up directly. But I do think you guys are a positive influence overall. Money Mondays, all the credit financial stuff.
Wait, so you did that whole rant
You guys definitely help men for
to
sure.
come full circle and say that we're good now?
He's saying that we're not stoic enough, but he doesn't understand that stoicism is boring and no one cares.
Yo, to be honest, bro, if you're gonna go on rants or do what you do, bro, we're
passionate about what we do, bro.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too, also, like I said, being stoic all the time is boring. People are not going to want to watch, dude.
Very boring.
You got to understand that there's got to be an entertainment element as well.
Animated, rant, go crazy.
And if you watch the pod and I debate these girls, you'll see that I'm very stoic in the beginning until they start being ridiculous. It's been 2-3 hours in, then I'm just got to be like, all right, get the here.
Okay. I did have a lot of other topics. You probably don't want to hear them, like issues with my lady, things like that. But thank you.
All right, man.
All right. Wait, so
issues with the ladies because you're probably too stoic.
Call in.
He's probably too stoic.
Saying that we're bad for the environment or the people, but then you still watch us for information about your girl. I don't get it, bro.
Yeah,
listen, bro.
It's fine. I don't know why they always got to compare us to
This is why content
we make different content, man.
Looks easy. It looks simple. It looks like, oh, I could do this. Bro, we actually do it. Understand the nuance behind it.
Yeah.
It's not the same, bro.
Not at all. All right, who's up next?